This is a very short video, and I'm going to tell you who God is and who Lucifer is. And it's right in front of your face. You just got to open your eyes and pay attention. So let's start with Lucifer. Okay, you've got Lucy. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. So also, they sing about him. Lucy. The first human, right? There was a serpent when the first human was born. And there's I again. That's the all-seeing eye, right? And then you've got Ref. He's the referee, right? He's the gatekeeper, the keymaster. He's the one that says, hey, God, here's somebody you might want to pay attention to. You know, he's doing what, you know, I tempted him, just like the story of Job. But he's a tough cookie. You might want to pay attention to him. He might make a really good sun or a star. He'll make a great star, right? Because that's what Lucifer's doing. He's Lucy in the sky with diamonds, right? So let's spell it backwards. Proves even again what it is. He's the R-I-F. Here's the I again, and the C-U-L. Cull means to cull. They even made a movie, The Culling. What is? When you look up the definition, culling means to reduce the population. I mean, he's the one that brings the sheep to the slaughter, man. He's got a tough job that God gave him. He's got to cull the planet. So you wonder why chemtrails and geoengineering and radiation and all this stuff's going on? Because it's a giant test. It's the New Testament. New test of the mental. Government. Governing the mental. Television programming. Programming the mind. Lucifer's testing you. He's in everything. He's everywhere. He's just... Why do you think the TV programs your mind? Because you could either watch the crap all day or you could see God. You know? I mean, he's the key master. He's putting you through the test. He's going to do the great culling. He's the one through the ages. When we're in the age of Pisces, he does a great culling right at the beginning of the age. When we shift to Aquarius, he does another culling every 2,000 years or so. He does a giant culling. And there he is again, the ref. He's the referee. Penalty. He's the one that says, hey, God, this guy's got a lot of penalties. Right? This guy, you might want to pay attention to because he's doing what you ask him to do. Right? That's who Lucifer is. And it's right there. So you might want to make friends with him. I don't think you should worship him. But you got to face him. And he's a tough cookie. He's a tough fallen angel. Let me tell you that. And he's not a man either. He's within. He's the energy within. I assure you. They call him Saturn. Right? That's that dark black hole sun planet out there. And if you can see Saturn with your eyes, then you can feel the vibrations, and he's there. And he's communicating. When you do sin, Saturn, the Lord of the Rings, takes over. Right? The low frequencies of Saturn. The low vibrations. The lower chakra. There's Satan. He's in the lower chakra, the red. Right? When you rise to the higher chakra, you got the blue. Blue is God. That's why the heavens are blue. The sky is blue. Until they spray it with chemtrails and it's black. So who's God? I've showed you this on my other videos. God. It's very simple. Dog spelled backwards. Who's your best friend? Dog is. God's your best friend. You might want to make friends with God. And by the way, a dog's pretty much smarter than we are. So a dog's smart enough to take a crap without wiping its butt. It knows how to squat. Dog senses the frequencies and the vibrations. And of course the scientists call it smell. They're not smelling people. They're sensing frequencies. My dog is so in tune to me. He knows exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing before I do it. If there's danger, he's there. I got a dog that's called a German Shepherd. He's the shepherd. He's protecting me. And guess what my job is? To protect the world. Protect Mother Earth. protect the sky and the heavens, not destroy it like people with money. The ones who fail the test of Lucifer destroy Mother Earth. So who is God? God is G. He's 7. 7.83 is the Schumann cavity resonance of Earth. Why is it 8? 8 is the two suns, Sirius. That's why you call people Sir. And our sun, the Son of God, S-U-N, Sunday. That's who God is. He's Sun. He's the master Sirius. Right? He's G. The musical note G, the sound, the vibe. God is the voice, the frequency, the vibrations. He's the magnetosphere, the shield, right? He's a frequency. High frequency. He's in the heavens, the celestial frequency, the frequencies that are in the pineary gland. There's God. He's up here, right? And he's within you. He's within you because the plasma in the blood is the same as the plasma in the sun, right? You got plasma in your blood, you got plasma in the sun. What does O mean? I've said this on many of my videos. O means sun. So he's telling you that he's the sun, the light. A light is a vibration. White light is the purest light, and through white light you can make all the colors of the rainbow. That's why you got a pyramid, third dimension, just like a Pink Floyd logo. You got the white light coming in, and then you got all the other frequencies through the third dimension. We are in the third dimension. We're the third rock from the sun. We're planet Earth. You know? We got to escape this prison, this test of the mental, the New Testament. Right? So that's who he is, and then why does God have a G, a D? Well, he's the destroyer. He's the dog star, the binary star, Sirius, right? Because when the two suns come together, here's the eye of Ra, right? That's why you have loose eye fur. There's loose eye, there's eye, all-seeing eye. It's exactly what it is. Believe you me, the English language is hieroglyphs. It's nothing short of hieroglyphs. You know, look at a G. Look what its symbol. This is the zodiac. There you go. You completed your round. Okay? Look at the O. You totally completed your round. You became a sun. Look at the D. Right? You did half your job. You're the destroyer. Same as the G. You take the D and the G and you put it together. What you got? You got a Vesica Pisces. You could build anything with a Vesica Pisces. You can build pyramid with pi, Vesica Pisces. So what is the sun in Sirius? Well, it's the Vesica Pisces. Just like your MasterCard shows the two suns in the Vesica Pisces. And that's why they call Visa card. Vesa. Okay? And it's processed by Sirius, just like the Toyota logo. Toyota logo has the Vesica Pisces. Right? And what sound do you listen to? Remember, God is the sound. You listen to Sirius XM radio. And of course, the logo is a dog with a 5-pointed star. Can you believe that? They're telling you it's there, it's everywhere. I could do this for hours, but I am trying to tell you that's not a name of a man that's in the clouds. Let me show you who Jesus is. Watch this. Jess. Remember, Christian is Christ in. It's not Christ external like the religions teach you, all that bullshit. Jess means fire. You can't fear the fire. You have to get through fire. Let me tell you who Satan is. Saturn. Saturn is cold. The Lord of the Rings is cold. Coldest planet in the celestial kingdom. Coldest planet in the celestial kingdom. And in the ancient language, they call it Inverno. Inverno was cold. Well, what is Satan? What does Lucifer do? He turns Jesus upside down to trick you, just like he did Job, right? So what's the opposite of cold? It's hot. He makes you fear the hot, the heat. So that's why the religions tell you the pit of fire is God, is Jesus. I mean, is Lucifer. Bullshit. The pit of fire is God. You got to walk through fire to get to God. I'll tell you that right now. And that's why on the zodiac you have fixed, okay, earth, fire, water. Okay, it's your life cycle. You got to get through the 12 to get to the 13, which is the sun. Jesus was the 13th disciple. Here's all the 12 cycles. And they use animals as parables because animals do exactly what God tells them to do. If you pay attention to a dog, it does exactly what God taught it to do. Exactly, except when you lock it in a prison, like we're doing with our dogs now. You turn a dog loose and it goes in the wild, it starts hanging out with the pack. It hunts, it does exactly what God taught it to do. Just let it go back in the wild, trust me. And you'll see what I mean. But what does humans do? What does the flesh do? We enslave everything, chickens, cows, and we enslave it. We take it away from God because we fail the test of Lucifer. 99% of the people on this planet Earth will fail the test. I assure you, there'll only be 144,000 that Lucifer is going to say, hey, you might want to pay attention to this guy, right? Might want to pay attention to this guy. So, G of the underworld, Y means Y chromosome. There's your guy. People are controlled by the trusts that the Pope set up back in the 1300s. These trusts. People. P, there it is, O, P, E, and who controls the people? L. There's Lucifer right there. Live, life, love, light, right? Lucifer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can't get to the 5th. You don't even, when you die and you don't know who Lucifer is, you're in the cube of Saturn. That's why when you graduate college, you have a cube on your head and a black robe, the men in black. Because the Grim Reaper and the Darth Vader, the ones that Saturn controls through jobs and money and possessions, they wear the black robes. And the ones who he really has dominion over, they actually sit on thrones and judge mankind like judges and rabbis and the Grim Reaper type, the men in black, the FBI, the CIA, the Judith Iscariot types, the ones that betray humanity for money, That's what the FBI, CIA, look at it. You don't believe me? Police. Pope, L, ISIS. Politician, same thing. Pope, L, they serve Lucifer. I'm telling you, they work for Lucifer. ISIS is Mother Earth. And what does Lucifer do? He turns ISIS into the destruction of Mother Earth. Serve and protect. Yeah, they're serving and protecting the corporations. Okay, that's why a goat goes bah, bah, because they beat Babel. You can literally hear a goat. That's why Lucifer is always the goat, right? Because the goats are always going Babel, 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 the Tower of Babel. So, if you have a name or a title, this is why I tell people claim amnesty on your soul. Get rid of your name. Your name is, well, my name is Fred, E-R-I-C-K. So I'm Rick in red. You don't want to be red. You don't want to be red. So even your name was given to you by Lucifer. When you were born in a hospital ward. You have a cell phone with a bite out of the apple. A cell is a prison. A ward is a prison. Okay, you go to prison and you go to a prison ward, right? The Mormons go to a ward. For 3 hours they face Lucifer in the ward, the prison. He's the prison. He's the gatekeeper. He throws mankind in prison. So you either serve the prison or you go, wait a minute, I don't want to be in prison. The people who don't want to be in prison, they escape. They escape and they get to God. They ascend. They realize that they're in a prison. You have to realize you're in a prison in order to escape. Not many will do that. I don't know where I'm going. I have no clue. But I'm ready. I don't fear Lucifer. And I don't hate Lucifer. I wouldn't want his job. Because trust me, he's got a job. He's doing a job. So, and he's not a man. Okay? God is not a man. Jesus is not a man. They're the light. They're all stars. Let me tell you something. Saturn is not a planet. That's a star. So is Jupiter. The Peter. Jupiter and Saturn, in the age of Pisces, we were ruled by Jupiter. That's why Peter built the church on the rock of Jupiter. Read the Bible. Saturn is a sun. It's a black sun. But Saturn is Satan. And if you can see these two planets, which you can with your naked eye, then they're affecting your conscience. That's what chemtrails are. Chemtrails blocks. Because we're in the age of Lucifer. The age of Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Matter of fact, we're going to be in Saturn for 4,000 years. The gatekeeper is going to... He's gonna cull the planet. And you're either going to ascend or you're going to descend. Or, I don't think there's a heaven and hell. I really don't. That's my personal opinion. I think you're either going to be a star, which to me is heaven, right? So God is going to allow you into the light. You're going to be part of the stars. You're going to be the energy of light. Or you're going to be the energy of the underworld, which is Earth, pretty much. So, the Earth that we live in today is the underworld. It's ruled by Satan, I assure you. And why is it ruled? Because God gave him dominion over this land. God gave it to him. He said, here, you figure out who these monkeys are. If they want to live like monkeys, then keep them on the planet. Because planet Earth is being destroyed. You don't want to stay in the flesh, I assure you. You want to get to that light. You better get to that light. If I don't get to the light, I don't know what I'm going to do. Spiritually, because energy never dies. E equals MC squared. Right? Energy, magnetism, that's Earth, Isis. And consciousness, Christ consciousness. Squared is Sun, Sirius. Every star has a binary star. This is God. There he is. So who is Saturn? Saturn's got magnetism. Saturn's got energy. That's why, look, that's why he's a goat. Okay, with the horns. I can't draw a goat. All right, here's a goat, whatever. And he's got breasts because he's man-woman. He's magnetism, okay, and he's energy. So he's sun and magnetism. So he's a planet and a sun. Let me tell you something. Saturn, and I'm going to say it again, Saturn and Jupiter is a sun. They're gaseous giants. They're suns. They're not planets. And I'll prove that with anybody. So that's who he is. So, and mankind can allow Saturn, the cube, to rule over their mind. Everything is about the mental, government, CIA, intelligence, FBI intelligence. It's all about intelligence. They have it. They're not going to give it to you. They don't want the sheep to have it. They're helping Lucifer keep the gate. And most of them don't even know what they're doing. But guess what? If you help Lucifer, you failed the test. Don't you get that? You don't want to be Lucifer's helper. You don't want to say, hey, Lucifer will go, here's some money. There you go. We rule Monday. Money, right? More moons, right? Monkeys. Mun's everywhere. Monopoly. Monotheism, God is silent. So when you have money, God is silent. Your Mun day. Go to work, you slave, and get that money. That's the key. Satan is a banker. And all those bankers of the world that do all the evil, they have fallen. They're not getting to the light. And their soul, it's like a camel passing through the eye of a needle, my friend. Can't do it with those possessions. It's impossible. Thank you for listening.
Now this actually used to be one of my favorites when Squirrel Brand made it. But if you look at the video on his website, and this, you get 24 of them for $91. And it actually feels like it's pretty well made. And tubes are nice and big, so we'll grab a case of these. And we're going to light it in the day. That's all. I always said, you know, you like fireworks when you light them in the daytime. Sounded good to me. Now here's something to look at here. It's the same cake. Of name, of course. There's one of my favorite brands. Unfortunately, this is the last one. And this one, I don't know if it's as good or not. Let's see, 25 shot. You get 12 for $48. And you can see when you buy fireworks at wholesale, the price is a big difference. Yeah, a lot of empty slots here. This is how you usually knew what was good last year. Because when you come up here, that section is empty. This is a brother's cake. Wild Bear. Let's see, 12 in a case, 81 bucks. What am I looking for? Yeah, some of this stuff is. Red, white, and blue salute, 12 pieces. Well, I can just pick that up until there's nothing in it. White Sands missile range. Let's see. $100. That's no good. Oh, these, I'm catching a rumor these may be pretty good. T-Shot Festival balls. 8 for $60. Feels good. Alright. Let's see, I wanted to look at a fountain. I still have a whole case of those party poppers I bought up here last year.
Oh yeah? Just the plain.
I don't know why I bought them. Here they are right here. I mean, this is like just like a fabulous deal. I thought, you know, you get 144 bags of 6 for $11.40. I remember when I was a kid in the 60s, I'd pay a nickel for one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these Saturn missile batteries, there's an interesting story with these. People think, geez, look how massive that is. But, you know, with the consumer product safety regulations, if I remember hearing this right, there had to be a ½ inch between each one of these, which is like probably totally ridiculous. But that's why these things are so massive, you know. And so you get 2 of those for $81. Let's see, cruise missile, $50. Well, here, I actually have a video of this. Drunken sailor.
David?
Well, Patrice, that live demonstration in just a second, someone is going to light this on fire. It is called a drunken sailor. Now, the changes that we're talking about are meant to clarify the laws, but a state police corporal told me tonight that in his opinion, there are still gray areas. So to try to get to the bottom of this, we went to a fireworks expert. All right, now it's time for the live demonstration. Dave, go ahead and light up this drunken sailor here. Now, again, DeSafey says this is legal because it stays on the ground. Now, everyone agrees that bottle rockets, very loud here, and wild. Very wild. It seems to be calming down. Well, not really. All right, well, this could go on for a while. The bottle rockets, Roman candles, and firecrackers are still illegal. You can get in trouble for just possessing them. And one final note, each municipality may have its own rules. All right, we'll send it back to you in the studio. Live in Cecil, David Highfield, KDKA TV News.
For $51, that's a deal. This is, I was actually on the news with this thing. California candle. 50 bucks. Big balls fountain. 62 bucks. $71 a case. Trick is you gotta buy a case. It looks like somebody's gonna have a birthday here. $48 for $104. So you figure these are like a little over $2 each. I mean, that's a big difference. I know the price of these went up. 72 for $67, so it's like a buck each or something. Roman candles.